Welcome to the Leaders Insights podcast. Today's episode, Attribution in 2026. Why last click is still killing your budget decisions. Let's start with the uncomfortable one. It's July 2026, and you're telling me most marketing teams still run on attribution models built before the pandemic. How is that possible?
Because the default setting in Google Analytics was last click for a decade, and defaults are destiny. Attribution, by the way, is just how you assign credit for a sale to the ads and touchpoints that led to it. Last click gives all that credit to the final thing someone tapped before buying.
And what's wrong with rewarding the thing that closed the deal?
Because it's like giving the striker who tapped in an open goal all the credit and ignoring the 4 passes that got the ball there. That final touch is usually branded search, someone typing your name into Google, or a retargeting ad, people who were already going to buy.
So you're paying to reach customers you already had.
Constantly. I've seen teams pour 40% of budget into branded search because last click makes it look like a hero. Meanwhile, the YouTube campaign that actually created the demand shows a return of near zero, so they cut it. 6 weeks later, sales dip, and nobody knows why.
That's a tidy trap. Walk me up from the bottom then. What are my options above last click?
First rung, multi-touch attribution, which just means spreading credit across every touchpoint instead of the last one. Sounds smart, but it collapsed in 2021 when Apple let iPhone users block tracking. And it got worse when third-party cookies, the little files that followed you between websites, finally died off across browsers.
So the thing that was supposed to fix last click got kneecapped by privacy changes.
Right. You can't stitch a customer journey together if you can only see a third of it. Multi-touch today is a beautiful map of a country that no longer exists.
Then what replaces it? Because measure nothing isn't going to fly with a CFO.
2 things working together. One is marketing mix modeling, MM, an old technique from the 1960s that's back in fashion. It looks at total spend and total sales over time and uses statistics to estimate what each channel actually contributed without tracking any individual person.
The 1960s. So we solved 2026's problem with something older than the CFO.
Older and wiser. Meta and Google both released free open-source MMM tools. Meta's is called Robin, which tells you where the industry landed. Though take vendor tools with salt. They tend to conclude that you should spend more on their platform.
Convenient. And the second thing?
Incrementality testing. You deliberately turn a channel off in some regions and leave it on in others, then compare. It's the only way to answer the real question: what sales would I have gotten anyway if I hadn't spent this money?
Give me a number. Does this actually move budget?
A U.S. retailer I worked with last year ran a geo holdout. I'd shut off branded search in 12 states. Sales dropped less than 2%, but that channel was credited with 22% of revenue under last click. They redirected roughly $3 million into upper funnel video and grew new customers 18% over 2 quarters.
So last click wasn't just imperfect, it was actively lying to them.
It was flattering them, which is worse, because flattery is easy to believe. Every quarter, the last click dashboard said, "You're brilliant, buy more branded search." And every quarter growth got more expensive.
Let me push back. Isn't MMM slow and fuzzy? A CFO wants a number by Friday.
It's directional, not precise. And yes, it takes weeks to build the first model. But a precise wrong answer bankrupts you slower than a vague right one. Pair the modeling for the big picture with incrementality tests for the specific bets. One tells you the terrain, the other tells you if a path is real.
All right, one thing my listener does Monday morning.
Pick your single biggest channel by spend and run a geo holdout. Turn it off in a few comparable regions for 4 weeks. If sales barely move, you just found your budget for next quarter, and you never touched a cookie.
Turn it off to find out if it works. I like it. Done. Want to know where you actually stand? Take the CMO self-assessment at mba-training.com.